Hello, let's do the New York Times games for Monday, September 29th. Alright, I'm seeing Bohemian and Stairway. These are both words at the beginning of classic rock songs. You have Stairway to Heaven and Bohemian Rhapsody. And you have Bob O'Reilly by The Who, so we have Queen, Led Zeppelin, The Who, and Hotel California by the Eagles. I think it's the Eagles, right? Hotel California? I think so. That's probably purple. So do I just want to submit this right away without trying to figure out what the other categories are? Probably. Let's do it. Alright, first words in 70s rock song titles. They could just say classic rock. Well, I mean, 70s is probably fewer characters for text, so it fits better. Boxer, brief, thong, and hipster. These are all types of underwear. Or styles of underwear. Although it's usually boxers and briefs and hipsters. And thong is usually just singular on its own. Thongs. It's usually not thongs unless you're buying multiple of them. Whereas a pair of briefs, a pair of boxers, a pair of hipsters. So I think that's probably a category, but the thong not being plural usually is throwing me off. I mean, none of them were plural in the puzzle, obviously, but usually briefs, boxers, hipsters are plural, whereas thongs usually aren't. So I'm still thinking it's probably a category, but I'm just not sure about it. Wasn't flapper like some old-timey dance, like in the 1920s or something like that? Flapper. Or was it some sort of clothing? It was something like that. I mean, you have a prank, a trick, you punk somebody. Okay, so there's a verb. You prank somebody, trick somebody, punk somebody, fool somebody. Alright. So we have that potential category, and then we have the underwear potential category, which is boxer, brief, thong, and hipster, which would leave flapper, float, chain, and handle. This I don't know. Root beer float. I mean, it's probably not going to be a fill in the blank, because those are usually purple. Chain, handle, float, flapper. Handlebars, chainsaw. I mean, I know I said it's probably not going to be a fill in the blank, but like that's the only thing I can think of, because otherwise these words don't seem to fit together all that well. I don't know, I'm going to submit it anyway, some sort of blue category. See what it is. Parts of a toilet tank. Okay. Alright. The chain, got it. Alright. I know all these parts. I don't know. I would have never thought of it. Parts of a toilet tank. What we got there? Alright, so which one of these is probably going to be green? I'm guessing it's the underwear, because the other ones are synonyms. So I'm going to go with this one. Oh, kinds of underwear. Is yellow? Alright. Usually they do synonyms as yellow. So I feel like that was more yellow than the other one. Sometimes they get a little weird with their colors. Oh well. I got purple first and a perfect game, so I'll take it. Man, lately I've been getting so many purple firsts. I wish I would have tried to do this more often before, because I would have done much better with the badges. Although the badge is probably just going to keep increasing, you know. Every time you hit the next 25 milestone, it's just going to move on to the next one. Still, I'm a sucker for badges. Okay, let's see what they give it. 2.3. I can see that. I'll allow it. You have my blessing to give it that rating. Okay, let's check the bot. Okay, 3 out of 5, 65% solve rate. The biggest category is losing by a decent amount too, 15% higher than none and 1, which are tied. Interesting. Alright, 98 skill score. It should be 99. 1 in 253. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that purple isn't higher. Bohemian gives this away. Like, what else is Bohemian gonna be? Like, Bohemian Rhapsody was so huge. And they even made that movie recently out of it. Or they didn't make a movie out of the song, but they made the Queen, whatever, biopic. And it was called Bohemian Rhapsody. Baba might be the tough one, because Baba O'Reilly isn't in the lyrics for that song. Most people know it as Teenage Wasteland, but it's Baba O'Reilly. So maybe that's what's throwing people off on that one. Or just a bunch of young people who don't know their classic rock. That's an option too. All right, let's check ever. So green overtakes yellow by a little bit, but they're almost even. And then significant drop down to purple and blue here. Regular rainbow order is the biggest winning game. And then for losing games, it's your typical green-yellow combo until you get down to this one over here. Let's check the mistakes. Flapper, punk, bohemian, hipster. Lifestyles. Okay, I can see hipster and bohemian and punk. I wouldn't have thought of flapper in that way. Is that the term that's used that way? I guess that's a good thing I didn't see that. The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. I think that's what they're going for. That's the name of the song, right? The Chain. Is it just The Chain? But it's not the first word in the song. Stairway, float, handle, chain. I have no idea what people are going for with that one. Flaxer, flapper. Oh, people trying to figure out the fourth underwear style, not knowing hipster is a underwear style. I could see, especially men's underwear have the flap in the front, so I can see that. It's not called that, but I can see trying it. And then just a bunch of guessing. All right. Well, hopefully you know your classic rock songs. You should, because it's a great genre of music. I don't listen to it quite as much as I used to. I've been going back more modern. I've been kind of switching back that way, but I still throw on some Led Zeppelin every now and again. Okay, on to the mini. All right, Walgreens competitor CVS. What sprinklers might sprinkle? Water? What? Assumed name. What do they call that? I forget. Company whose round red and white blue logo is known as the Globe. I'm not sure. Emanation from a hot shower. Steam. Express appreciation for a performance, say. I'm not sure what they're looking for. Kind of parking. Valet. Express appreciation for a dating profile, say. Swipe, I'm guessing. Org whose round red and white blue logo is known as the meatball. I don't know. Virtual thing to run for short. I don't know. What sprinklers might sprinkle? What sprinklers might sprinkle? What? Assumed name, alias. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Company's round red, white, and blue logo is known as the Globe. I don't know. Express appreciation for a performance, say. Claps. All right. What is this one? What sprinklers might sprinkle? Lawn. You sprinkle a lawn. Got it. It's known as the meatball. NASA? Virtual thing to run for. Sim? Virtual thing to run for. Sim? Virtual thing to run for short. I was missing the short at the end. I was like, virtual thing to run for? I was thinking of some sort of competition or something. I missed the short at the end there. Virtual thing to run for short. A simulation. Duh. Gotta read the whole clue, Matthew. Express appreciation for a performance. Say claps. Yeah, okay. On Pepsi. It's known as the Globe, their logo. I don't know if I've ever heard that. And I've never heard the NASA logo be called the meatball either. Yeah. So yeah, that one just a few things that I just didn't know. And me screwing up by not reading the clue correctly. Okay, on to Pips. All right, we need 2 zeros down here, so the 0, 3 has to go here, the 1, 0 has to go here, this has to go up here, and this has to get turned around like this. 9 seconds. I was hoping that might be my best time ever, but it's not. My best time ever is 7. That might be my second best time ever. I think my second best before this was 10. So I think this is my second sub 10 time. So that's definitely cookie. I still get some questions about the cookies. The cookies is part of the game. When you click the share the results button and then you paste it somewhere, like in the notepad, it automatically shows this cookie here if your easy time is below 20 seconds, if your medium time is below 40 seconds, and if your hard time is below 1 minute. So that's where the cookie thing comes from. It's actually part of the game that they put in there. Okay, on to medium. Ooh, 4 different little boards here. So we need a double right here. What do we have doubles of? We have 2 5s, we have 2 4s, we have 2 1s. We don't have 3 1s, so it can't be the 1s. We don't have 3 5s, so the 4s have to go over here. Okay. And then we need, let's see, we need this to equal 2. So we probably need the 2 1s over there and then a 0, I'm guessing. I don't know which 0 yet, so we'll hold off on that. We need a greater than 4 thing, so we need either a 5. We can't do the 5s. So we're going to have to go 6 4, I think. And then a 4 and a 0 probably right here. Whoops. If I could flip this around correctly. Okay. And then this 4 is going to have to go up here. This is going to have to be 3 2, maybe? No, that doesn't work. How are we getting equals down here? Oh, we could go like this. And then the 0 goes up here with the 1 1. All right, yeah, that's not a great medium time. That's not terrible. It was just kind of a tricky one with the 4 different boards. I thought I messed up there for a second putting the 5s here. Or I thought maybe the 3 was going this way, and I was like, wait up, how are we getting 2 equals in here? But we got there. All right, on to the hard. Okay, interesting. So this has to be 3 6s down here. So this has to be a double 6. And then we need a bunch of equals in here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do we have 7 of? We don't have 7 zeros. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1s, I think. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 4s. It's got to be the 5s. Okay. We do have a 6 5, so we could go. We don't have a 6 2 to go upwards here, so we're gonna have to go 6 5 like this. And we need a bunch of zeros, so this double 0 is gonna have to go here, and then this is gonna have to be a 0 5. And we need a 2 5 right here. Do we have a 2 5? We have to have a 2 5. Here it is. Okay. This is gonna have to be a double. And then we'll need a 5 with something else down here. I don't know what yet. Either the 5 4 or the 5 3. And then one of them is pointing upwards right here, I think. Yeah, because we're going to need a domino right here and a domino right here. So this 5 is going to have to point up. So what do we have another 2 of? Do we have 2 other 3s? We do. Do we have 2 other 4s? We do. Okay, so we don't know which one is going there yet. This is going to have to be a double. What do we have doubles of? 3s and 4s. Do we have 2 other 3s and 2 other 4s? We do. All right. We have a 0 1. So this 0 1 is probably going to have to go like this, which means we need another 1 here to go in this equals. So that this could be 1s here. Do we have a 5 1? We don't. This has got to be 3s or 4s, because that's the only thing we have matching here. So if this is a 3, we'd need another. Do we have a 3 1? We do have a 3 1. Do we have a 4 1? We do have a 4 1, so I don't know which one goes there either. This domino is just going to have to equal 6 on its own. So it's got to be 4 2, 5 3. Do we have a 4 2? We don't. So I think this just has to be a double 3. Interesting. So I think this has to be 4s then, because we don't have enough 3s left. So let's put the double 4 up here like this. And then this will have to be 4 something, and we'll need a 4 3 maybe, pointing down. And then the 5 3 pointing up. And then we'll need a 3, 1 this way. All right. And then we need a 4 up here. It's going to be the 4, 1 or the 4, 5. Don't know which one yet. Actually, we do, because this one has to be the last 5. So this will be a 4, 1. This will be the double 1. And then this will be the 1, 6. All right. Again, I don't know. I feel like the hard ones... it's almost impossible on most days to even come close to getting that under 60-second cookie. Like, how are you doing this one in under 60 seconds? I mean, unless you're just, like, these puzzles just click in your brain immediately and you can just see it all immediately. Like, how are you doing this in under 60 seconds? Most days it feels impossible. Like, I felt like I logicked my way through that one pretty quickly and it was still almost 3 minutes. I feel like under 3 minutes is a pretty good time for hard. I'm just going to try and focus on that. I wonder if this 3-3 was forced right from the beginning, because it has to be a single domino. Do we have any other dominoes? Do we have like a 4-2 that we could put in there? I don't see a 4-2 anywhere. And we don't have a 5-1 anywhere. And we don't have a 6-0 anywhere. So yeah, I think this 3-3 was forced from the beginning. This 0-0 is forced from the beginning. This 6 is forced from the beginning. And then this 4-4. Well, you have to figure out that the 4s go here first, which isn't super obvious right at the beginning. These ones are super obvious. And even this one, if you think about it for a few seconds. I like the little design. It's like a little guy standing there like this. If you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like and subscribe and let me know how you did on all the puzzles today.